on July the 15th, and it's 2014, and this is my presentation for Reflections number 10, Online Interviews for Active Online Learning with Janet Salmons, presented on June 7th, 2014. I was not able to attend the presentation due to a conflict in schedules. I did not connect with the presenter or attendees in this presentation. The focus of the presentation was to define what e-interview projects are, why use them, and how to design them. They are defined as a set of related individual or collaborative learning activities. This includes the design and planning and actual conducting of the online interviews. The last piece in the project is to reflect on the findings as well as the experience of the interview. Dr. Salmons states that giving interviews online is useful for research as well as for teaching, where real-world expertise is brought into the classroom. Anyone who speaks about their life's experience is already an expert on the subject. Essentially, the presenter states that anything that allows for communication can be used for an interview. This provides a myriad of opportunities for the interviewer to choose from to interview an interviewee of their choice. Dr. Salmons likes to describe communication technologies by their features rather than their brand names, since the features are always changing. The 4 avenues for interviews are the following: text-based, using typed words and connecting on the phone or computer; video conferencing, this includes text messaging and audio video using a computer or mobile device; multi-channel web conferencing using a computer or mobile device; and virtual environment, communicating via audio or text via computer or mobile device. The interview corresponds to Kolb's active learning cycle, where the interviewer plans, practices, conducts, and reflects on the interview process. Active listening is required so that appropriate responses can be made. The reflection process permits the interviewer to gain a deeper understanding of information that was acquired during the interview process. Teachers who implement an interview assignment that adheres to this process of learning can be assured that the process is pedagogically sound. While listening to this presentation, I tried to envisage who the students could interview. It was recommended that they choose from among their peers locally or in the Sabra community, at least in their first interviews. One advantage for choosing from among one's peers is in the same course is that the interview can serve as an icebreaker for students who are just starting the course together. However, based on my limited experience in giving interviews, it takes skill and practice to stay on topic and not deviate from the main topic of the interview. One of the chat room attendees recommended following the interview model of Clark recently. In the chat room, Dr. Deutsch also suggested having a few people conduct the online interviews and then compare notes. Another chat room attendee suggested students create their own e-portfolios. Dr. Salmons recommends that the student interviewer starts off with a more structured interview with a well-prepared plan of questions. Then, as they become more adept interviewers, they can have a less structured interview where they don't need to write up specific questions in advance. It can be a more general plan. Some of the thoughts that went through my mind as I watched the presentation occurred when the presenter asked the attendees what were some teachable moments that they could think of that would bridge theory and practice. For me, especially when it comes to learning the music of another language, the importance of recognizing where to put the stress when it comes to making questions in English. Depending on where the stress is put, the question may be misinterpreted by the interviewee. Digital literacy is something that I realize that I myself need to improve upon, and I don't feel comfortable teaching this to students who probably have had instruction in this to some extent anyway. Prepare, design, and plan. Do research, decide what ICT to use, and create the unanswered questions. Then, once you contact the interviewee, get them to sign the agreement. Allocate some time to practice the interview in a dry run with someone in the class. The instructor could be helpful here as an observer and provide the interviewer with tips on troubleshooting any problems such as technical issues or the interview process itself. It would be interesting to create an assignment where students interview each other with all of them implementing the structured approach first. They could so that they were not as structured by creating an interview plan where they only used keywords or phrases as prompts to the questions. This would depend on what type of interview technology they would be using, of course. Most people have access to Skype, so this might be one to consider as a first-time interview experience. This also allows the interviewee to not use video if they prefer to not see. The video conference style comes closest to face-to-face interviews, and this may be one worth considering to become digitally proficient more quickly and easily, and continue in their quest to produce qualitative online interviews. Some challenges I might encounter when implementing the interview process would include a scenario where the student hadn't done enough research and was not prepared sufficiently for the interview, or if they ran into a sensitive topic area of the interview, exit strategies would have to be applied. This is something I would need to learn. One of the steps in the interview process that might prove difficult for the novice interviewer is how to apply the reflected upon results of the interview for deeper understanding of the received information. Dr. Deutsch recommended using WebQuest video for students to practice their interviews. Steps to resolve the challenge might include offering a course of action for challenging situations in the interview. Practicing different scenarios might prove helpful. I would also do this myself. I am interested in creating podcasts, for example, interviewing people in Estonia to familiarize the world with the Estonian culture. I would be interviewing people from all walks of life who have some kind of connection with Estonia. This country has gone through some amazing growth at so many levels and in many different domains that I think would be of interest for others to learn. This would also be useful for me to improve my own interview skills and thus relate better to the challenges my students are experiencing. I would like to know how can I become more digitally literate, become more digitally literate so that I am better equipped to teach the students who will need help in this part of the learning process in the interview assignments. I have some experience in Google+, but only with my peers and not as an instructor facilitator. Learning to be creative and interactive is a teachable moment. We don't just want to be passive consumers of the technologies that are available to use online, but rather learn more about the concept of being a digital citizen. I'm just going to put this on a brief pause and correct some of my errors here, and then I'll go ahead and bring it back on again. Okay, I've made my corrections, and I'm going to go to the dashboard of my blog, where I've already included the title at the top. I will paste this in here, and I will again add some graphics at a later date to make this a little bit more visually appealing. And we'll click on the Publish button. And I'll tap on Post. And there it is, reflection number 10. And I'm going to go ahead now and I'll go ahead and upload this to YouTube, and then I'll copy and paste it into the task section. And thank you again for watching.